First of all, it is important to emphasize that I am not convinced that these hotels should be sold. These are hotels that are largely profitable, serving the interests of workers. They were built by workers' contributions. Labadi Beach Hotel, for example, is the most profitable, one of Ghana's foremost five-star hotels. Only last year, they paid dividends of 25 million Ghana cedis to the government. The year before, dividend of 10 million. I am told that it is very likely this year that they will be paying even much higher dividend. So why do you want to divest yourself of 60%, the controlling stake in this hotel? Take another hotel in Cape Coast called the Ridge Royal Hotel. I have seen their books. Very profitable. Recently renovated. Even if you take the other hotels that are struggling now, it is because of bad management. A few days ago, I put out some internal memos. How La Palm, for example, an acting manager, demanded $3,000 a month. So for 6 months, $18,000. I mean, how many successful conglomerates will even survive with this kind of management? So, even for the hotels that appear to be struggling, it is because they have been poorly managed. It is because funds are being siphoned by a few nation wreckers. And we must call it what it is. So, when you have a pension fund manager who has been told by the ILO not too long ago that if you don't change your management practices, in a few years to come, you may not be able to pay pensioners. We all saw that report. We were alarmed. So, why will you sell off your stake in such profitable ventures, particularly when we are discussing fixed assets in very prime location? We know the value of land. Beachfront land, Labadi, La Palm, Elmina, Busia Lodge, Trust Lodge, Ridge Royal. These are fine locations, prime locations. The value of the land, always appreciating. I mean, I know of Smith investments elsewhere, in other places, that are nowhere near the yields, the profits, the gains we are making from these hotels. So, fundamentally, I am opposed to the sale. So, I would still have been protesting if this sale I had discovered was going to somebody else. But what makes the whole transaction even more scandalous and makes me so livid, so outraged, is the fact that this is clear conflict of interest, clear insider dealing. People are sitting in cabinet, they have a great deal of information. There is no way these state assets, SNIT, and this board will take this decision without government approval, without cabinet approval. Absolutely no way. Then you have a cabinet minister who is privy to all of this information and who turns around to buy it. Now, the claim that the Honorable Bra Champong has made that he is a non-executive director, he's quite removed from this transaction, cannot be true. I have obtained the articles of incorporation of Rock City Hotel Limited. The Honorable Bra Champong is one of 2 directors. They have only 2 directors. And we know, Rock City Hotel, and we know that you need a minimum of 2 directors under our company's law. For a board meeting to be legal and to stand and not to be null, at least these 2 must meet. Is he saying that they don't hold board meetings at Rock City and he's not part of them? Then it means that there was really no board resolution. Apart from that, he is a sole shareholder. And what makes it even worse, he's a sole beneficial owner. What that means is that when profit is declared, all of the profit goes to the Honorable Bra Champong. Nobody else. Nobody else shares the profit with Honorable Bra Champong because you are the sole beneficial owner. So how can you therefore claim that you are removed from this? It shouldn't be made about you. You are separate from Rock City Hotel Limited. when you are Rock City and Rock City is you are the sole beneficial owner. In any case, even the spurious claim that he is removed, he is not really interested in this transaction. I have a letter here from the chiefs at Edina Traditional Council. The Omanhene of the Edina Traditional Area, Nana Kojo Kondia VI, has virtually poo-pooed that claim. He has exposed the Honorable Bra Champong. In this petition directed to the Director General of SSNIT and the Chief of Staff, Jubilee House, it states settlement of Golden Beach Resort, land at Elmina. And this is on the Edina Traditional Council letterhead. You see Omanhene's palace. The letter states, it has come to the notice of the Edina Traditional Council that the Golden Beach Resort, Elmina, has been offered for sale. This is when Honorable Bra Champong, Member of Parliament for Abetifi constituency, visited the site with the investors. Our main concern is that the land on which the resort is situated is a property of the Edina Traditional Council. We are therefore calling your attention so that we all could solve the matter amicably. Yours faithfully. And this is signed by Nana Kojo Kondia VI, Omanhene of Edina Traditional. So this is Omanhene saying that he saw Brian Achampong and investors coming there to carry out inspection. So, I mean, wherein lies this claim from Donald Bra Champong that he's removed, he's not part of this? So again, you are seeing another falsity being exposed.
Now, Honourable Kujoto Ablakwa, how specifically are you looking at this private members bill operating? Yes, you say that you do want to make sure that there's public consultation of some sort, but specifically, how are you looking at the bill operating, barring public officers from taking up any assets, so to speak, public assets during their time in office? How exactly is the bill set to operate?
So, what we have discussed amongst the team and amongst colleagues is that we should make sure that this bill is quite expansive so that it doesn't only cover politicians but their spouses, relatives, and then politically exposed persons associated with the politicians, because we will really defeat our objective if it is possible for somebody very close to the politician to go for the assets. I mean, it will just be the politician acting through his or her surrogates. We don't want that. So we want it to be expansive. So that's why we say politicians and politically exposed persons who are associated with that politician. Then we also want to make sure that the sanctions are severe. Then we also want to broaden state assets. So state assets will not just be bungalows or hotels, but it should include land. It should include cars. I mean, everything that is in the name of the state. I mean, we have seen instances where some people are leaving office and they even raid their homes. You know, virtually everything from chandeliers to carpets to, I mean, you remember some of the very bizarre instances we have had. So, everything in the name of the state. Your duty is to protect, preserve, take good care of them, manage it, keep it in good shape, not to annex it. And you see, the irony is that it's so ridiculous. You hear these government officials say that this state asset is not good, it's not profitable, it's a drain on our books, it is even making SSNIT unprofitable. Let's get rid of it. How they describe it with disdain and all of that, you would think that they will not go near that property even with a long fork. And they turn around and look at how the Honorable Bra Champong is debating me all over the place. He's so keen on having these assets. I would have thought, I mean, how many weeks now since I raised this matter? I would have thought that he would have walked away long ago. He would have said that, oh, you Ghanaians, I was even doing you a favor. What is all this APRO, TUC, civil society organizations, academia, all of this hue and cry, this, avalanche of criticism. I really was coming to do you a favor. As the SSNIT statement said, that they are inefficient. They need strategic investors. So I was coming to do you a favor, Africa's best hotelier, if you people will not accept my bailout, then I'm leaving. But rather, there is such a vociferous defense, a very committed, spirited defense to turn around and own the properties they told us are no good.
He recognizes that it is a profitable.
Exactly. I mean, we are not zombies. God has given all of us brains. We see what is going on. That is why this private members bill is crucial. And I hope that we will get national support and that all of us will mount the needed pressure. I know that it may be a bit unpopular, particularly among some politicians who think that this practice should continue, some who think that, look, others have had their turn, let the status quo ante remain so that we can also come and have our turn. No. I mean, what will be left?
Do you think that you'll get the support?
If from Nkrumah's era, ministers, politicians were behaving like, what will have been left for us? We, the young ones who have just arrived. What do you think will have met anything? So it has to stop.
Do you think that it would get the support, really? I mean, from Ghanaians in general. Yes, there has been public outcry and outrage, so clearly a number of Ghanaians are not in support. But also within Parliament and your colleagues, do you anticipate that you'll get this support for the bill?
I'm hoping to get the needed support. I'm hoping, but I'm not naive. I'm not really oblivious of the fact that in recent times there has been extreme partisanship. Some people may think that if they support this bill, then they are not showing solidarity to their friend and colleague, the Honorable Brad Champong, which shouldn't be. We shouldn't be, because you see, often we have been criticized, politicians have been criticized, that we only criticize things that we are not benefiting. And that we criticize because we are hoping that, we will have the opportunity to repeat same in the future, which is wrong. It doesn't make us principled. It doesn't make us appear as people with integrity. I recall not too long ago, our friends in the MPP criticized the 31st December Women's Movement during the period of the Diversity Implementation Committee that they should not have bought in Sawam Cannery because the founder of 31st December Women's Movement is Nana Konadu Agyeman-Rawlings. We're all in this country. They said it was wrong because her husband was the president. Why is a group she has founded, the 31st December Women's Movement, being allowed to buy in Sawam Cannery? There was a lot of hue and cry. I also recall that when the Bui Dam project was being constructed, at the time, I think the Honorable Asedi Nketia was General Secretary. He was not even a minister, General Secretary. And what he did was, they are building Bui Dam in my hometown. Let me set up a block factory because they will need blocks. So that they can, if they need blocks, they will buy it from my company. The MPP held a press conference. There were several agitations. An MPP youth group even went to Shraj and said that that was conflict of interest. Why is he trying to take advantage of that project? So, look at these examples and what has changed. That is why I'm saying that I don't want these things to continue. And I don't want people to think that I'm only criticizing this because it is somebody buying it who is not from my party. So I want this practice to stop. And I've been on this for the past 16 years with the Honorable Jacob Echebilamte's Bungalow issue. I think that we cannot continue on this trajectory. It's giving all of us a bad name. And you see, some colleagues are not paying attention to the opprobrium which is building up.